This summer, we decided to get outdoors and enjoy the national parks like we've never done before. We're going to do the Grand Circle Tour, starting in Phoenix, circling all the way around and ending in Las Vegas. And this is the beginning of a 7-day adventure.
So tonight is our first night. We're staying at Under Canvas in Williams, Arizona, in preparation to go to the south rim of the Grand Canyon tomorrow morning.
So we got all settled in, so now we're going to give you a tour of our tent, and then we're going to go explore the rest of the Under Canvas property. So you get a nice little porch area here with some chairs. You can unzip it, the canvas part and the netting part to keep the bugs out. Just a one-click tour of our view. We can see some mountains off in the distance.
So welcome to my crib. I always wanted to say that.
Now you can. So we do have the misters going, which you might be able to hear. It's so dry out here that it basically evaporates immediately, but it is cooling it off just a little bit, and we opened up all of the vents. So we'll start here at the entryway. You get 2 nice leather chairs and a place to sit. The bed, which we'll come back to that. That's Catherine's favorite part, why she wanted to stay here. They give you a little welcome booklet. There is a stove if you need to heat. I don't think we're gonna have that problem here in June. And in the back, there is running water and electricity in here. So get the sink, shower, and a full-size toilet. So Catherine, why don't you share about the Stargazer tent, which is what this model is called that we booked.
So basically, Under Canvas is in a dark sky zone, which means at night here at the Grand Canyon, you're supposed to see amazing stars. I've always wanted to do that. So we got the Stargazer tents that we can see in as we try to fall asleep. And fingers crossed, we'll have good luck.
It's a little bit overcast today, so we are hoping for the best. We ate our lunch up here because they ask you not to eat in the cabins to avoid getting any sort of pests or rodents inside there. But they do s'mores here, live music, and all kinds of other stuff.
Under Canvas has a few different styles of tents. Some have bathrooms, some do not. We opted for the bathrooms, but the good thing is there's something for every price range. After we ate, we saw a little sign for the Zen Garden and decided we had to check it out.
After a full day of travel and flights, we decided to hit the bed early, but we did catch this cool sunset. So we made it here to the south rim of the Grand Canyon. First time, Catherine, you've ever seen the Grand Canyon, right?
First time ever, yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, it's pretty amazing. Right now, it's hard to see parts of it because it's kind of foggy, I guess, maybe because it's still so early. So I'm excited. We're going to do the Bright Angel Trail today, and I think that means we're going to be able to see a lot more.
As we were planning our trip, we knew we wanted to hike in the Grand Canyon. We opted for the Bright Angel Trail, and we only decided to go 1.5 miles down. Turns out that was the correct decision.
So we are about to wrap up our day, I guess overnight, in Page, Arizona. We are mainly just telling us this to look back. If you were ever within, like a 2-hour radius of Page, Arizona, you have to go to Birdhouse
It was amazing. Spicy chicken. It was almost as good as Nashville hot chicken.
You know, us being from Nashville, now living in Orlando, we miss out on hot chicken. They did a very, very good impression of Nashville hot chicken. They didn't call it that, but it had all of the same flavors, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But Paige has been amazing so far. So now we got coffee.
LP espresso.
Very good. And now we're about to walk up and see Horseshoe Bend before we head up to Moab. After leaving Page, we headed north, heading up to Moab. We passed through Monument Valley, and of course, we had to do the iconic Forrest Gump scene.
We got to Moab a little earlier than expected, so we decided to head over to Arches for a sunset. It is day 3?
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Not quite sure anymore.
First day in Canyonlands National Park. We're doing the Upheaval Dome Trail right now. What do you think so far?
So far it's pretty cool. It's definitely more terrain-y. Lots more rocks than what we've experienced before. We've only seen one other person so far, so it's pretty empty. And it's pretty cool.
Yep. So it's interesting. This and Arches are so close together, but they're so different compared to each other.
Yeah, I think I preferred Arches so far.
After we completed Upheaval Dome, we just had one more thing we wanted to do in Canyonlands, and that was the Mesa Arch. We followed the same routine as the day before, where we went back to Arches in the evening.
In Arches National Park, we made our way towards the back and decided to do the Devil's Garden Trail. We didn't quite do the whole thing because it's about 7 miles long, but we did do a small walkthrough and we saw lots of cool animals.
we have very few clips from the next day. We did whitewater rafting on the Colorado River, but because the river was at historically low levels, we barely saw any rapids, but it was still a fun day, but we couldn't take our camera, so we didn't get too much.
We had to make the trip then to Bryce Canyon, so we woke up at 2:30 in the morning, drove all the way there. It was surprisingly cold, but we got to do Peekaboo Loop.
This ended up being our absolute favorite hike on the entire trip. Everything about it was amazing, from the terrain to all the different hoodoos that we got to see. We really enjoyed it. We just finished Peekaboo Loop in Bryce Canyon, which was our longest hike of this trip. Well, at least so far. The Narrows might be longer tomorrow. Feeling accomplished. How do you feel?
I'm a little out of breath right now, but it was a lot of fun. It wasn't as bad as the Grand Canyon, obviously. The breeze is great, the shade is great. It was fun.
And it stayed true to its name of Peekaboo. Every single corner that you turned was just a brand new view. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Last but not least, we made our way to Zion National Park in Springdale, Utah, where our goal was to hike the Narrows.
The Narrows was super crowded. The bus system was a little bit difficult to get back to the very back of the park to do the hike, to get to the trailhead. But nonetheless, we had an absolute blast. It's something that I think everybody should do who goes to Zion.
That's it for our national park trip through Arizona and Utah. We had an absolute blast seeing some things that we had never seen before, mostly me. And all in all, I hope you enjoyed following along.